It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Happy Sunday. A bright, beautiful Sunday. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. I'm Alex Escobar with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. And if you've been listening these past few weeks, we are giving away tickets to the Festival of Flowers happening next Saturday, May 30th. As a reminder, today is the last day to get your tickets for free if you come on up to the patio here at Milberger's. Again, tickets are free if you come on up to the patio. Regularly, tickets are $10 for adults. Children under 10 get in for free, and parking is free as well. But you get your opportunity to get in for free today from noon to 2.
Come on by.
Yes, come on by.
Come on by. Come on down. Come on down.
It's a bright, beautiful sunny day. You don't have to take your kayak down the road to get here like yesterday. So come on down. Give us a call, 210-308-8867.
So what else, Alex?
Yeah.
It's a lovely day.
It sure is.
Yeah, just lots and lots of things to look at and admire here at the nursery. We the article that was in the Express News on Saturday covered the harvesting vegetables. We kind of hadn't talked a lot about the vegetables for a while, but gosh, they're very productive. Tomatoes, especially the pole big and the smaller ones like BHN 968 and Ruby Crush, and then all of the other ones are just on the verge. Got good size, still green, but close to being harvested. We'd be interested in any reports you have on those. It won't be long. We'll harvest this crop during June through the 1st of July, and then we'll be planting the fall crop back in August, or 1st of August. And then it's quite a switch. We go from being trying to get the crop harvested before the hot weather gets here, and then the next season, tomato season, we spend the time trying to get the crop produced before we get it into the cold weather. So we've got it's a relatively complex gardening situation in Central and South Texas, but it's pretty fascinating too, and half the fun is the challenge there, and a lot of potential for it. And of course, all you have to do to see that potential is to come to Milberger's. All the the seed rack and all the transplants out here. Unbelievable amount of the perennials in front of us blooming with the blooms. Now, I was just noticing, Mark, that the blue plumbago out there, that kind of likes that morning sun.
Yeah, it's in its proper place. There's a lot of plants that like that morning sun, and then enduring the afternoon sunlight. Or morning shade, afternoon sunlight. There you go.
And just right above them are the zinnias. Of course, the zinnias are an all-star plant for nectar, pollinators, but they're also a very beautiful plant that does very well in this area. And they've got I see they've got some of the Dreamland selections on the end there, but they've got
on the end now.
There's a ton of them We saw them yesterday. There's someplace here at the nursery, but now if you were waiting for, like I was, for the reds, the yellows, and the other colors of Dreamland zinnias, they're here, so you can come and look for them. And the other, the smaller, more drought-tolerant zinnias are also here. I broke down and got another flat this morning.
Of Profusion or Sahara?
Profusion.
Okay.
And I couldn't resist that bright orange version with the double, the orange double. And so, I thought I had plenty of them. I was complaining a bit about of all the space in the nursery that the Profusion was taken when they could be out there putting all those beautiful Dreamland plants.
So folks, you should have seen Calvin's face yesterday. He was giddy. He skipped over to get his Dreamland. He grabbed a cart and was skipping over to get some of that Dreamland.
Well, I tried to get Alex and Mark to put the show on hold until I got my plants and put them away, but they wouldn't do it, so I had to kind of fit them in the commercials to get those plants. But you can't. They're beautiful. The zinnias are beautiful. The Dreamland are good. If you've got a cut flower garden, they fit in there. And then, of course, if you let them go to seed, the lesser goldfinches and a lot of them like that rely on the zinnia seeds. So they're a plant to have. And then plus, if you're into the monarch butterflies, you can't go wrong with the zinnias. They're a classic nectar source for the monarchs. Now we haven't had much action. We had one gardener show up, talk to us about the monarchs. She was
grabbing 6 or 7, maybe 8 milkweeds, tropical milkweeds, and putting them on her cart.
Yeah, and most of our gardeners are reported that they only saw 1 or 2 monarchs at a time during our previous month in April, which is normally the migration month. So that was not as many as we would expect. But some people did see some nesting, and they have moved on north now. But the queens have started to move in. Yeah. And we'll, if you are not familiar with the queens, are closely related to the monarchs. And in fact, they'll only lay their eggs on the milkweed as well, just like the monarch butterflies. And they, if there's any milkweed foliage that the monarchs have not didn't eat during their visit on the migration, the queens will sure find them. Because the queens don't migrate. They just they'll stay here, and they look a lot like the monarchs. So expect them to be laying some eggs. Then we got lots of other butterflies that make a home here in the San Antonio area. In fact, we got a certified butterfly garden here at the Milbergers.
Yes, we do.
And we got the vine, the butterfly vine, and then we've got native pollen nectar sources like horse herb, and of course
frog fruit,
zinnias,
zinnias,
pentas.
I'm trying to remember what else Mary has out there, and she'll supplement it with some manuals here and there. It's if you ever come to Milberger's, please stop by the certified butterfly garden and kind of see what's going on.
Yep, lots of butterflies that nest in this area, and you can see most of them here. And then you'll hear us every once in a while stop whatever we're talking about and celebrate the fact that there's the hummingbirds are moving through, because with all these blooming plants in front of us, we also get to see a lot of hummingbirds. They qualify as a pollinator too.
Well, yesterday you were giving a great discourse, and both Alex and I saw the hummingbird, and we're going.
I got distracted. Yeah,
just wait. Don't tell them.
I got partially distracted, but not as much as I usually do when they come flying through. There's a little dog there looking for. Where are those hummingbirds you're talking about? That's another neat thing about Milberger's nursery. There are lots of dogs, and quite a few of them were pretty familiar. They stopped by to see us out there.
Yes.
Out front here at the radio station.
And we're talking about pollinators. We have a lot of plants that pollinators do love, and they're on sale, including the Vitex. Number 3 regularly $29.99, on sale $24.88, or 2 for $40.
Are the pentas on sale too?
Yeah. I was going to say, don't forget the pentas.
Yes, the pentas. That was next. Pentas in a 4-inch pot, regularly $199, on sale $5 for $9.50.
Yeah, that penta is an amazing plant. Very attractive. White, red, violet, or pink flowers. And it's we call it a shade plant, but it does best if it gets like an hour to 2 hours of sun, and then the rest of the day shade. You can. It's kind of interesting. If you've got a house that faces both the east and the west, you can plant it on both sides of the house, and again, then it gets a little the dose of sun that it needs, and it also gets the shade that it needs. Blooms constantly, very attractive, disciplined plant, and easy to grow. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. It's a great choice. And it does, in addition to it attracts the butterflies. It's on most lists. If you have the butterfly book by Gaeta Ajilski, she lists as one of the choice plants for attracting butterflies in this area. So, plus it's it's a classic plant for attractive landscaping, and also is a good choice for attracting the wildscape. I mean the wildlife. Mm-hmm. That's a here at Milberger's, I think we do a pretty good job of doing both of those all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All those salvias that are here, and unbelievable lantanas. Mark, your favorite shrimp plant over there.
That's my robust shrimp plant. The flowers are very robust on that one. I think all the salmon-colored ones, or what would you say, copper? Was that rust-colored ones?
I feel like I see maybe 2
all
or 3.
The rust-colored ones have been purchased. I do like those. I like the rust-colored ones.
Yeah, and the golden ones are very.
But those lemon ones are nice too.
It's nothing neater than to have a black-chin hummingbird go up there and take advantage of those as a nectar source. And there's our, to talk about, we're looking at the golden shrimp plant, and there's our classic favorite Esperanza over there.
The goat star?
Less than 2 feet tall and full of those big blooms.
Drought tolerant, hotter the better. It likes it the hotter the better. So it's really good for those strips along the street between the curb and the sidewalk that you can't grow grass in, or you shouldn't grow grass in. But those lantanas are great for that space.
Oh, you're talking you're talking the lantanas.
Yeah.
You know, that Esperanza is another. That does not have any shade tolerance. That is I guess it would have the foliage if it grows in the shade, but if you want the blooms, you need the full sun. And in fact, one of our articles a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the subtropical plants. There's a whole set of those plants that love of that heat here in San Antonio.
What were those again? It's firebush, Prider Barbados, Esperanza, Theralis. There you go. I always forget Theralis. Duranta, maybe.
Yeah, the Duranta is one that blooms a little later, but that is a really interesting plant. You can get the flowers are kind of a blue purple, or there's a white version too, and then they have the yellow berries. Reminds me a little bit of the anaqua.
Well, and then I did some further research on that after I read your article, and they'll grow down in the valley, but they'll grow to 12 feet. So they'll be almost like an anaqua.
The Duranta will be?
Yeah. They won't grow that tall here, but...
well, and down there, they all these subtropicals that we're talking about, if you're growing them here in San Antonio and the Austin area, they'll be subjected to freeze, and we expect most of them to freeze back to the ground every winter, and then come back in the spring in time to bloom. But south of here, you quite often, just like you mentioned with the Duranta, you can have them they'll be evergreen and make it through most winters. Maybe not. Maybe one out of 5 winters they don't make it through. But they really not only are very attractive, but they attract the pollinators there for them too.
Just as a reminder, everyone, we are still giving away tickets to the Festival of Flowers. Festival of Flowers is Saturday, May 30th. We're going to be giving out tickets for today only. This is the last day to get your tickets. We await your calls at 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Hey, I'm here at Milberger's Nursery, and if you're a gardener, you already know this place, and you're going to love what's coming up. Festival of Flowers is back Saturday, May 30th at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium, and it is a full day for anyone who loves plants, gardens, or just getting their hands dirty. We're talking popular plants, trees, unique garden accessories, co-hosted by San Antonio Water System, who's giving away free wildflower seeds for the first 1,000 visitors. There's a homegrown vegetable contest, herb kitchen samples, a plant exchange, expert seminars, a kids garden zone, and a farmer's market. And if you want to get in for free, stop by Milberger's this weekend. We're giving away a pair of tickets every hour from noon to 2 p.m., Saturday and Sunday. Come on in and grab yours. Tickets are just $10 at the door. Kids 10 and under get in free, and parking is free too. That's Festival of Flowers, Saturday, May 30th, 9 to 5 at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium. Details at festivalflowerssanantonio.com. And thank you to those guests that came up during the break. They scored a pair of tickets to the Festival of Flowers. Thank you so much, sir. Here are your tickets. Oh, sorry about that. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And enjoy. But yes, we still have plenty of tickets available.
Plenty of tickets.
And while we wait for you, 210-308-8867. We have Deborah on the line. Deborah, good afternoon. How are we doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Great.
What's up?
My question is, I have some declining petunias that are planted in containers. There's white spots on the flowers themselves, and some of the leaves look kind of rusty, and I suspect it's the rainy conditions we've had.
What kind of flower?
It was petunias.
Petunia.
Petunias in a container.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're
just
what? You know which variety are they? Are they the
I think they're just regular. They're not special ones.
Okay, but we are moving out of the petunia season. They don't like the hot weather, but we have some selections that are pretty tolerant. Oh.
And what are those?
All right. So the two would be Laura Bush and Wave. And I think Wave is our preferred one.
Wave is the one with the real intense colors, and it kind of grows kind of low. That's my favorite. And we talk about that Laura Bush, and the thing about that one, once you get that growing in your landscape, it's there forever, and it'll start declining now, but then it'll come back in time, reseed for the fall. In the containers or wherever, or in your garden, wherever you were growing it. So that's not unusual to have the petunias. Some of the petunia varieties decline.
I was going to say some of them do, not all of them do.
I would. How well is that container draining that they're growing in?
I think it's draining well. They look so pretty for a while.
Yeah.
And then, the leaves are getting this kind of rusty, and then they're kind of getting crunchy and stuff. It's not from lack of water, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I've kept them in semi-shade because I can tell they don't like the hot sun, on the patio.
Oh, no. Yeah, they do need
I'm thinking
sun.
You need to put them in a little bit more sun.
Yeah.
They get sun every day.
Oh,
they get rolled in and out of the sun.
All right. So, late afternoon is okay, but they would really prefer morning sun and early afternoon sun.
Well, and during this rainy period, too, they need at least 6 hours of sun.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I should just start over? Because they are declining. Is it a fungus or is it a mold or something like that that's getting them?
No, it's just the weather conditions, and this is just a natural time of the year for them to decline.
I think there is some weather involved, but as Calvin said, we're moving into June, and June is not really considered petunia month.
Right.
February, March, April, May.
Now, if it stayed real cool, then a lot of them, like the Laura Bush we talked about, will hang on, and they'll look like you described yours, but they will decline, and then July they'll disappear for a while, and then come September and October they'll be back.
Okay, well, thanks a lot.
All right. Yeah, keep us informed.
Right. Okay, I will. Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye, Deborah.
Thank you, Deborah. 210-308-8867. We await any more calls. 210-308-8867. And we still have plenty of tickets left for the Festival of Flowers to give away.
I wanted to bring up, we had Mark was checking on some plants. We had a gardener stop by, and she got the Festival of Flower tickets.
Absolutely.
And she asked about fertilizing her shade trees, and I know Mark does the better job of describing when's the best time to fertilize. But I told her that I thought it probably wouldn't hurt the trees if you used a slow release fertilizer like 1959. But I thought it would generally, we say now in the fall or the spring is usually the best time to fertilize the fertilizer. We all still debate about which.
Yeah, it's a big debate. There are many schools of thought across the country on that. I just kind of go take the middle course. and say, a little bit now in May when the leaves have fully expanded, and then again in the latter part of October, first part of November. Those are the best times. But frankly, depending on the fertilizer, you could do it 9 months out of the year.
Well, and if you, I guess too, if you had planted the shade tree earlier, say February or March, it may be a pretty good time to fertilize right now, because if it's responded to the new planting and the rain, and rain. if it gets access to some more nutrients, more nitrogen for particular, then it can take advantage of this rain and put some real growth on. So maybe I was too conservative in talking about the fall, but if you use a fertilizer, especially one that partially is slow release, and the tree will benefit whenever you decide to go ahead and fertilize it. So you got two Festival of Flowers ticket, folks?
Yes, we gave away 2 pairs of tickets, and we still have plenty left. Again, today
I should say, we should treat this like a telethon. And, let's go to the big tote board. So, let's see. It looks like we have, 22 left? 21?
About 24.
24.
So we have...
come on down,
we have plenty of tickets left. Again, today is the last day for you to score some free tickets to Festival of Flowers. Festival of Flowers is next Saturday, May 30th from 9 to 5. Tickets are regularly $10. Children under 10 get in for free, and parking is free as well. And you can get in for free if you come on by Milberger's to the patio today.
And that's the event is over in the Shrine Center, and relatively close to here on 1604. So generally, I was going to say, if you get there early, you'll no problem on a parking. But I've never had. It can be, the event is quite often full of enthusiastic gardeners, but I've never through the years ever not been able to find a parking spot, a free parking spot. No,
even when it's been at the high point, full of people, I mean, really, really crowded, you can always still find parking places, particularly in the back.
And this is an event that is almost exclusively concentrates on gardening issues. They've branched out a little bit in terms of some artwork related to it, as Mark described, but and also some bird related, like birdhouses and things like that. But mostly it's all the nurseries are represented, and the expertise is there. If you got any questions to ask about gardening, or your favorite plants, or your not so favorite plants, if you got weeds and that you're having trouble with, that would be the place to bring them up. You can get a lot of different opinions.
Well, maybe that's not such a good thing about too many opinions, but you know what? You can always ask here at Milberger's Radio, because we'll give you the correct opinion.
You can ask us at 210-308-8867, or if you're nearby or here at Milberger's and have a question, coming up to the patio during the show.
Now, check out, if you want to, one of the features of the Festival of Flowers is always the plant exchange. Go to their website if you want to check it out a little bit. You don't have a lot of time to prepare a lot of new plants, but you might have a lot of gardeners have produced some extra plants, and you might take a look at the requirements and what it takes to get involved in that plant exchange, and you might want to participate, because there's some great plants available, and it's a lot of fun to be involved. in there. And as we have, Lisa testified a couple of weeks ago that about the history of the plant exchange and what you want to watch out for and what you want to take advantage of. But it's fun. So at very least, kind of check it out, and then in future years, if you didn't want to participate this year, then in future years you'll probably appreciate what's available and be able to get involved and prepared to take advantage of the plant exchange.
210-308-8867. We have Richard on the line. Richard, how are we doing today?
I've got a question.
Yes,
if
sir.
I plant liriope in an area that when it rains gets about 4 inches of water for a couple hours, will it survive?
Yes.
As long as that Mark's quick to say yes. If it doesn't stay soggy more than that couple hours.
Yeah, it's good. I was going to allow you to do the caveat on that. Yes, but
It's also in our area here. You don't want it in full sun.
No, it's not. This is a front facing of the house. It only gets maybe 2 hours of sun when it sets.
Oh, that sounds
There used to be
that sounds perfect. Just so
There used to be a jatropha there that was about 6 feet high and about 5 feet wide, but our frost a few years ago killed it.
what was it?
a jatropha.
Jatropha?
You know, so that kind of variegated plant that gets about yay high.
And it survived well there.
No, it didn't. Did the freeze take it
survived
out?
until it froze. It did.
Yeah. Okay. I guess yeah, it is. It is a subtropical to tropical. So, yeah. So yeah, that sounds like a good choice. There are several different options. One's called Big Blue. One's called Giganta. I think there's a couple more selections on that. But that sounds very good.
Yeah, they're very attractive plants.
Yeah. And they produce some purplish bluish flowers. We always have an argument here. Is that purple or is that blue? So it's very attractive. The caveat was, yes, not more than 4 hours.
Okay,
if it takes a whole day to drain, I don't know if I would put it in there, but it does
the
like
water's
that.
gone usually in an hour.
That's great.
All right, thank you much, folks.
All right. Talk to you later.
Richard.
Thanks. That's it's a strange to get a call like that after we've had all these several years of dry.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
What can I plant in
Yeah,
this area
soggy.
that floods? I don't know.
It's 4 hours of soggy soil in the last 7 years.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah.
Well, and
How much did he say? What is this soggy soil? I don't know.
Well, and we don't want to over in terms of the plant and its tolerance. It's one of really a tolerant plant and a good addition. It fits into our landscapes really well, especially if it's not in too much sun. So it is a good choice, a great choice. Some of the most attractive landscapes around have. I like the way they layer that.
Have a combination of the liriope or liriope and the monkey grass, and then maybe another even lower one.
Yeah.
I like my dwarf plumbago, otherwise known as leadwort. But that's nice where you got the sloping look. Yeah.
Even a juga and everything.
A juga, there's the other option I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Well, we haven't used it a lot, but one of those that fits into that landscape along with the liriope too is our Dorfruelia. It likes partial sun or partial shade, and it does very well. So good that's neat to get that kind of a question.
Absolutely. 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Again, still giving away some tickets to the Festival of Flowers. Come on up to the patio here at Milberger's. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. As a reminder, we still have plenty of tickets left for free for the Festival of Flowers happening next Saturday, May 30th. It is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You have your opportunity to the end of this show to get yourself a pair of tickets to the Festival of Flowers. So come on up to the patio during the show. Score yourself some tickets.
Let's try a different tactic.
All right.
Don't be the only one on your block that hasn't been to the Festival of Flowers. Come by and get your free tickets here at Milberger's and join the crowd.
The one of the issues, Mark, that we talked about a few weeks ago quite a bit about were the availability of conifers. And we also talked about shade trees and trees in general. What did you get a chance when you're doing your kind of inventory of what we've got? What do we have in the conifers that are left? We had some pines and some.
Yeah, I don't. We may be a little limited on the smaller containers. We had some Arizona cypress in number 3s. I think we're limited to the larger trees now. And again, we don't usually think about trees past May 1st, but container-grown trees can be planted any time of the year except probably August or September, early September. So I would suggest, again, those evergreen trees that are adaptable to most areas in the San Antonio area and the hill country. Those would be Arizona cypress, Aleppo pine.
How about Japanese?
Japanese black, if you could find it. And what's the one I'm missing? I'm missing one. Aleppo pine and.
You think?
Italian stone pine.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And then deodar cedar in a couple of places. Deodar cedar is a true cedar.
I've got deodar cedar in my. I got it as a Christmas tree. I used it to decorate as a Christmas tree, and then planted it in the landscape, and it's doing great. I love the look of it. It's kind of like the swept in the wind. You know, it looks like it's on the Mediterranean coast, even.
Right.
And seems to be prospering. We used to talk about the or expected to see some freeze damage in terms of the top. So far, I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm. There was a debate. And no one's ever really successfully determined what it is, but couldn't decide whether it was freeze damage because we didn't have enough chilling or the trees becoming adapted. Hardening off is the word I was looking for. Yeah. Or it was more related to a hot, humid summertime, which deodar that they don't experience up in the Himalayas. So we couldn't really figure it out. But I haven't seen a whole lot of it recently. But we used to be able to pick out Theodore cedars driving down the road. You go, oh, there's that one, because the top had been killed.
They were still attractive, but they did have that.
Kind of like a shepherd's crook on the very top.
So, there are. If you're one of the issues we get from gardeners, especially gardeners that have moved into our area, what kind of conifers do you have here? I miss the, evergreens and conifers, and so Arizona cypress is always the most classic and the one that is pretty fits in pretty well. But there are some others, and the nurseries like Milberger's do offer them, and we I guess we encourage shade tree planting, of course. CPS, our energy supplier, and gives rebates to folks certain times of the year if you plant trees to take advantage. They're interested in having us take advantage of the trees as a energy conservation action.
And I noticed yesterday when I was walking through some of the trees that we have a lot of the permitted trees identified as such, as a CPS green shade permitted tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they have we have tags on those trees which are eligible for the rebate when it comes around in October. Now, of course, you may always purchase a tree here at the Milbergers. They even have that option for us to plant them for you as well. But we have someone on the margin ready to go. Contestant from Texas State, come on down.
All right. Hey, sir, how are you? Hi, my name's Ray. I just had a question. I have a grapevine that I planted about 2 years ago, and right now I'm starting to see my leaves start to turn yellow, and the veins on the leaves still are green. So could that be that the pH level may be off?
Yes, but
what variety is it?
Yeah,
I have it written down.
Well, I was going to say, usually we have recommended Victoria Red or Summer Sensation, which is a white grape.
I want to say it's like a chandelier.
Yeah,
something. I think that's what it was.
It's something like that. Okay. How did you prune them this winter?
I pruned it back quite a bit.
There you go. Those are the words we want to hear.
So I've got one section. I have some grapes on there. Of course, they're very small. And this may be the third year that I've had the vine in the ground.
Mm-hmm. How much sun?
It gets sun in the afternoon. In the morning, there's not too much sun. So I would say it's roughly just barely at about 6 hours of sun.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
You're at the bare minimum.
Okay.
However, the symptom you described is generally characteristic of a iron deficiency.
Okay.
So you may, but a lot of times the iron deficiency is a result of alkalinity. So you were on the right track.
Okay.
Generally, we have recommended in the past as High Yield Iron Plus, which is available here. Okay. Unless you can get your hands on Sequestrian 138. But that usually requires a pound of flesh, your firstborn, and a quart of blood to purchase.
With all the rain we've had, that's going to help it out?
Yeah.
You think? Okay.
But your crop yield is going to be challenged by that 6 hours of sun all the time.
Okay.
But I'm with Mark. I think that's probably and especially with the drought we had. If they haven't had access to any water,
Yeah.
it's been probably been especially hard for them to get up that iron. But I think it'd be worthwhile to do some kind of iron source.
Okay.
How long? 3 years have been in?
It's been roughly going on 3 years.
And you got fruit on it too.
I've got fruit this year.
Yeah.
I had some last year, but the squirrels or the birds or the squirrels got to them before I put any netting on it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Well, and you had fruit last year too.
I had some last year.
Well, that's a good sign because that indicates that maybe you got enough light to produce. But yeah, pick out some kind of source for iron that Iron Plus works.
Okay, all right, I'll do that. And
so you think it was champanelle?
Yeah, I think that's what they were.
I have a star by it.
Okay.
So that's good. Large black juicy berry.
Okay.
Is that what you had, kind of?
Yeah, I believe so.
Anyway.
All right.
Well, I appreciate it, gentlemen.
Good luck.
That helps a lot. So I'll go back and take a look at it.
So your application times, you would like to have it available for the trees when they're just putting it on. Mm-hmm. So maybe February.
Oh, okay.
Now is a good time still because you can see the leaves, so you know that they're in trouble. So May, June has always been a good time.
Okay.
And then the February 1 or October, that's
twice a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of a debate whether you want to do it in the fall or early spring.
Okay.
So those are the schools of thought.
Okay.
Do you want some tickets to Festival of Flowers?
I would appreciate that.
Good.
Sure thing. All right. Just gotta do the fun part first. Everything that's highlighted except the people that are scratched out.
Just a couple of signatures.
Yes. All right. Got a couple minutes before we break. Just a reminder, we are still giving away tickets to Festival of Flowers. And as Mark said earlier, you don't want to be the only one on your block of the neighborhood. That's not going.
Yeah, let's try the guilt trip.
Good old guilt never hurts anybody. But again, Festival of Flowers, next Saturday, May 30th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. A lot of great stuff going on. Great information you can learn. Should be fun. It'll be my first time going, so I'm excited to see what all the hoopla is about.
Oh, excellent.
So I'll be a first-time attendee.
And again, those times are?
The time, it is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., so it's all-day event, Saturday, May 30th. Parking is free. Children under 10 get in for free. Regularly, tickets are $10 per adults, but you can still get your tickets for free here at Milberger's during the show. So we still got
for those who don't...
Not only is it a source of ideas and information about gardening, that there's some good chow there, good food.
Oh, man.
Every year.
That's probably what we're going to go for.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Hey, get back to us.
Oh, yes. Update us on the grapevines. Is that what he's saying? Yes, the grapevines.
Well, that's on that is we don't get a lot of questions about grapes, but that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, but the a lot of times the problem is, and it's really hard for Texans, you really have to prune back your grapes. We're talking 80 to 90%.
Is it a high maintenance?
Yeah.
Vine?
Well, it's not necessarily high maintenance. It's just you have to do that.
Stay on site, yeah. Okay.
And so I have my magic book out. And so the ones that we recommend are Victoria Red, Southern Surprise, and the Champanelle, as well as some of the the Mustang Rape, Spanish Mission, that type of stuff. Yes, sir. I interrupted you.
No, I would just think that fact that he had 2 years in a row with some crop. That gives us some information that indicates that maybe he has enough light enough sun, access to enough sun for at least a pretty good crop to be produced.
All right. We're going to take a break right now at the top of the hour. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. We got one more hour in our show today, so you only have one more hour to score yourself some free tickets to the Festival of Flowers. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great event next Saturday, May 30th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Alex Escobar here with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. As a reminder, tickets are flying off this table right here. Oh, you got a new one?
Yeah.
All
Don't
right.
be the only one in your church
There we go.
to not have gone to Festival of Flowers.
Some good old Catholic guilt. Never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
But yes, Festival of Flower tickets are still free Festival of Flower tickets are being given out here at Milberger's till the end of the show at 2 p.m. And while we wait for you, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. We have Helen on the line. Helen, it's good to hear
sorry,
from you.
Helen?
Helen.
Oh, okay. Hello, Helen.
Hello. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. Thank you. How are you?
Good. I have a question about an orchid. I was given an orchid,
Are we on the air?
Yes.
Yeah, Calvin was hooking back in. Calvin was talking to a gentleman. So, a orchid that Helen was given, and now
Yes.
you may proceed.
Well, okay, thank you. So, the instructions were to put ice in it every 3 or 4 days. And then I noticed one of the leaves fell and it got yellow. So my question to you guys is, how can I take care of it to prevent that, and what is the proper care for an orchid?
Do you know what kind of orchid it is?
No, let's see. I took a picture of it. Well, they bought it at H-E-B. So it just says it's a jumbo orchid.
Is
I bet it's Phalaenopsis.
Phalaenopsis?
Yeah, I bet it is.
Those are the
Yeah.
ones that, they're wonderful and they're very attractive, and they're relatively easy to take care of.
So now you're putting 3 to 4 ice cubes, or how many ice cubes every 3 to 4 days? I guess that's what you were saying.
It said to do 3.
All right. I'm thinking that's a little much.
Okay.
Put three ice cubes. Oh, how big is the container that's in? I should.
Well, it's in a vase. It came in a vase. It's small, maybe about 4 inches high, and inside, it comes with a pretty vase, and inside of the vase, the plant is inside a plastic container that has little holes at the bottom, so you can remove it. Take the plant out.
Here's the thing. It doesn't have any roots. It's an orchid. It's probably airborne or stuck into a tree is usually how we do it. So
if
it's not necessarily.
if it's Phalaenopsis, it just sits on. That's surprised that that's the first time I heard that they're recommending ice cubes for watering, because quite often what we do at the Phalaenopsis, you just you take it to the sink once a week and just run the water and soak quite often it's no real soil, it's kind of a
shredded
texture,
pine bark, or sphagnum.
Yeah, it has like moss and bark. It has like moss on it.
Yeah, sphagnum moss and wood chips probably. So it doesn't really need the water. It just you soak it, just like Calvin mentioned.
Okay.
Get the stems and the little pockets a little bit moisture, and think about growing in a tropical rainforest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, if
could I replant it? Could I repot it in something else in a bigger container?
Oh yeah. There, let's see. You could go on the internet, and they'll have some all kinds of options. I was trying to think of a resource book. Actually, Neil Sperry's book, I think, covers.
The one I have right on the table right here, right next to me, Neil Sperry's Complete Guide to Texas Gardening, 2nd edition. There's also a book that I have on a shelf back at home is Indoor Gardening, and it's a large, beautiful book. I don't know the name of or the author on that, but it's indoor plants, gardening with indoor plants, something like that. And it's something you could just look at Google, use the internet, and just say care for Phalaenopsis. That's the one we're thinking of because that's the most common one.
Yeah.
And it's commercial stores. You'll see that one.
And it's
yeah.
Now the hardest part is to find the spot in your house or where you're going to put the Phalaenopsis orchid, so that you don't want the sun blasting it, but you want a little access to light. So like kind of a close to a window.
Okay.
And then the once a week watering, and you do. It's hard not to get over fussy about that, but you just want to get whatever that material is that it's growing in. You just want to get it wet. And and so it should be. But I think that'll help you if you can find a simple resource that lists how to grow that. And Phalaenopsis is pH.
Yeah, with the pH, Phalaenopsis.
Okay.
There may be an extra.
But they're fun. They're fun and they're great. Yeah. They'll bloom. Yeah. I guess you next winter they would start and they'll bloom for 4 or 5 months.
And you don't have to fertilize it. Maybe twice a year, if that.
Yeah.
They'll tell you, but what I would do is mix up some. Oh, we used to use Peters, but we don't use. It's not available anymore. I don't think. Miracle-Gro, liquid, and then cut it.
Fertilization is not real important to them, but it's just that water and that light.
Cut it by 4, and just twice a year maybe.
And maybe we'll kind of put out, hopefully some of the gardeners that are listening now will describe how they grew their Phalaenopsis and what was, they probably were faced with the same situation you are. They got it and it was in a form that they're looking for a simpler, easier way to make it prosper, we've had my wife and I had great luck with them, and they're fun to grow and easy to grow.
The key factor, and Calvin mentioned it, and you'll see it often. Bright indirect light, whatever that means. Bright indirect light. So you'll see that all throughout. You go on the internet and you'll see that all the time. Okay. So choose a place where kind of whatever you interpret bright indirect light.
Okay.
That's the place it'll grow.
That's what goes. All right, well, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate
Okay, good luck.
the information, and we'll keep listening. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. And hello, we have a guest here, right here at the patio. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a question? Or do you want some tickets? Okay.
She looks real familiar.
Oh, yeah?
I think I know her, but I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
What's your question?
I would like to plant something in the strip of land that's between the street and the sidewalk. And I was thinking maybe something like horse herb or maybe even mint, since it's a contained area. Cars do park at the curb, but very rarely are there any passengers. It's usually just the driver's side, so it doesn't get much foot traffic.
Yeah, I don't know if horse herb how that would do if it would deal with the traffic. I always think of fall asters, but they only bloom in the fall. Mark, what is you got?
Well, so I missed the first
lantanas?
part. So it's next to the curb? Is that what it is?
It is. It's next
Okay.
to the curb. I'd like something low, though, because when cars park there, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want them to be scratched by a bush or anything.
Blackfoot daisy? Do you like white? Blackfoot daisy? Do you like white?
Any color's fine. All
Yeah.
green is fine. I just want it to be very low maintenance and that could
So,
just...
so see if we have any frog fruit, Blackfoot daisy, red. What do we have for red? So the skull cap in the front. What else tolerates some foot
Well,
traffic?
yeah, and you probably want something that people won't trip over when
Yeah.
they get out of their cars.
Right.
So that's the skull cap. Like I said, the Blackfoot daisy. What else? What else am I missing? Verbena.
Is the frog fruit that low-growing?
Yeah, it's the one with the little eyes, little white little flowers on that.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
It is nice. The butterflies love it too.
Oh, and y'all have that here?
Well-
We did. You have to look, ask somebody, but it's usually on the back side of this building, on that building.
Okay.
And they do. We do get it. You can. The other thing, you can get on the phone list so that they'll give you a call next time it comes in if they don't have it, and they'll just call and let you know, and then. That doesn't lock you into buying it, but it does let you know it's available now.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, frog fruit is cool.
I got one for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to direct her to look to the left of your radio dial. You see that low silver gray plant coming over the sides right there, straight ahead? Mm-hmm. That's called silver ponyfoot, and that's. It's only going to get 3 inches tall.
Perfect.
And it's going to cascade over the curve. And so that's very dropped. Mary's looking at it right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so that's where it is. That's another option, too.
And not everybody has that, so that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'd be attractive.
Thank you. And then we'll get you your free tickets. Just got to fill out the fun stuff real quick. Everything that's highlighted, and then we'll get you your tickets to the Festival of Flowers happening next Saturday. Thank you, ma'am.
And Mary, what about frog fruit? Do we have any frog fruit in the back?
We're on a delay, so
She'll
we're
tell
checking
you.
to see if there's any
Yeah.
frog fruit.
Now she's got a load of frog fruit in her certified butterfly garden.
Got Mary on the way for an update. But yes, again, we're giving away tickets to the Festival
Do we
of
have any
Flowers
frog fruit?
Saturday, May 30th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We still have tickets available until the end of the show at 2 p.m.
Is there
today.
some? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we do have...
Oh, okay.
So that's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
So we do have some...
Yeah.
We do? All righty. Well, that is great news. While we're waiting, 210-308-8867. Here you go, ma'am. Thank you so much. Oh, watch out. Tickets are in the corner. Thank you so much.
Mary says there are some frog fruit up there. You can take a look at it and kind of compare the...
Another lucky person going to the Festival of Flowers for free. You can get in for free, too. Come on down to Milberger's to the end of the show at by 2 p.m. We still have plenty of tickets available here. Come on up to the patio. Maybe have questions about your garden. Ask them, and you can get yourself some tickets. Again, Festival of Flowers, Saturday, May 30th. Next Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can get in for free. Regularly, tickets are $10 per adults. Children under 10 years get in for free, and parking is free as well. Give us a call if you have any questions as well. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. I know we only talked about a little bit today about what we have for sale. We talked about the Pentas and the Vitex that are on sale. We also have the Canna Lilies. Number one, regularly $12.99, on sale $9.88.
Gosh, and the booms are spectacular. Bright colored booms.
The dwarf Burford Holly, I think I've been saying that wrong this whole time. I've been saying Buford. Dwarf Burford Holly, number three, regularly $24.99, on sale $16.88.
And it grows to about 5 feet tall, and very disciplined. And, in most cases, you don't have to prune it, but you can if you want. But it's one of the classic plants that we use around the buildings, and also in hedges, and tough, good xeriscape.
Mm-hmm.
Fits into xeriscapes. So there's a lot of different hollies there, but that's certainly one of the classic ones. It's amazing to have it on sale.
Well, you and I really like hollies. We think they're very versatile, sun or shade, added benefit if they provide some berries. So I think they're one of the plants people should think about in their hedges, if they want to hedges. Mm-hmm. But I also like to say is I don't rely on one species. So I may rely on two different hollies, or a holly and Chinese Photinia, which is an old Photinia, not the red tip.
Is that just to have variety, or do they benefit each other in some way? Or
you're providing insurance. Is basically what you're doing. So if we have a problem with the Photinia, you still have the Burfords. Gotcha. If you have a problem with the Burfords, then you still have the Photinia. Right. So I always like to do 2 or 3 species and different sizes.
Gotcha.
So if I may have a regular Burford, and I may have a dwarf Burford, or dwarf Yopon and a regular Burford, things like that.
All right, then.
So different species, different sizes, and that works well for a very nice hedge.
All right, then. We're going to take a quick break right now. Ray, we see your call. We're going to get you on the other side of this break. 210-308-8867. We'll be right back with Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Hey, I'm here at Milberger's Nursery, and if you're a gardener, you already know this place, and you're going to love what's coming up. Festival of Flowers is back Saturday, May 30th at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium, and it is a full day for anyone who loves plants, gardens, or just getting their hands dirty. We're talking popular plants, trees, unique garden accessories, co-hosted by San Antonio Water System, who is giving away free wildflower seeds for the first 1,000 visitors. There's a homegrown vegetable contest, herb kitchen samples, a plant exchange, expert seminars, a kids garden zone, and a farmer's market. And if you want to get in for free, stop by Milberger's this weekend. We're giving away a pair of tickets every hour from noon to 2 p.m., Saturday and Sunday. Come on in and grab yours. Tickets are just $10 at the door. Kids 10 and under get in free, and parking is free too. That's Festival of Flowers, Saturday, May 30th, 9 to 5 at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium. Details at festivalsofflowerssanantonio.com. And then we have 210-308-8867. We have Ray on the line. Ray, thank you for holding. How are we doing?
Doing all right, sir.
Right.
I heard on another program, but I wasn't sure about using orange oil and vinegar, but I don't remember the dilution formula. to kill weeds around my fruit trees and the edge of the fence and stuff like that. Do you all know anything about that situation?
Oh, yes.
You do?
Yeah. If you ever forget, you can go to GardenStyleSA.com. That's the Saws Garden page. And you just look up Nathan Riggs or me, Mark Peterson, and we have an article on it. So the ratio is 2 ounces of orange oil to 1 gallon of strong vinegar. And by strong, we mean it has to be 18% or more.
18 or better. Okay.
Yeah, 18 or more. So it's usually sold. It's sold in the grocery store. Don't use the one in the grocery stores. We have it here in Milberger's, and it's 20%.
Okay.
So it's 2 ounces of orange oil, 1 gallon of vinegar, and then a couple squirts of Dawn dish soap.
Okay.
And then that's it, and it's pretty easy.
Okay. Can I use a hose end sprayer with that once I make the solution?
It's better to use a hand sprayer on it.
Better to use a hand sprayer.
Yeah, it dilutes it too much with the hose end.
Really? Even if it shoots out 4 to 5 ounces per gallon?
Yeah. The solution, the making of the solution is kind of tricky on that because you don't know how much water is coming out of the hose. It's usually 9 to 10 gallons, but I can't get 9 to 12 gallons. But it depends on the pressure. It depends on the diameter of the hose. It depends on the age of the hose. All those things.
You're killing me.
I know. So usually on you make it up into a backpack sprayer or a handheld sprayer, depending on the job that you want to do.
All right, I got some of those too. So I'll just make the solution and then use the hand pump ones. All right. I appreciate the information, gentlemen, and thank you very much. Have a good afternoon. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Thank you, Ray.
Mark, why don't you tell us where you would use that kind of spray?
So that is a good, air quote, organic solution, and developed years ago. Now, people, you may see something on the internet of saying vinegar and salt. No, we don't like to add salt to the soil. It kind of damages everything long term. So use the orange oil, use the vinegar, and then a spreader sticker like a dish soap product.
Dawn.
And it doesn't kill immediately. You may have to use it a couple of times to kill the plant, the weed that you're looking at, and it's indiscriminate. So it will kill grass. It will kill the weeds. It'll kill just about anything that it touches. But it is a, quote, organic product.
Does it deal with the roots of the plant?
No, it doesn't deal with the roots. It just kills the top. And so you'll need to do it probably twice. And then the tree will basically starve and then die. So, but that's why you and I like other products, the various grass begons, Ornamec, even glyphosate, when used properly.
Post-fusillade.
Yeah, post-fusillade. Grass begon. I was one of the times during the breaks. I was in the room trying to find everything we have.
Boy, and I just finished spraying in my rose bed. The Bermuda grass was taking over. It was just so thick, but and I used Ornamec and a little bit of the Dawn type material, not much, and boy, it was very, very effective. And then another if you've got, what is the weed? The weed that, I'm trying to think of the other weed that we're faced with.
The most common one, and you'd be in your garden, you're going, I just hoed up all the weeds. What's the first one? Spurge. Spurge is the first one that always comes into the garden, but that's an easy one.
Yeah, well, no, I wasn't thinking of spurge. I was thinking of the one that has the nutlets.
Oh, nutgrass, yes. Yeah.
And that one is there's a product. Help me with.
Yeah, it was a sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer, which is it's a real different.
You use it quite often.
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem is over at your yard, but you use it quite often.
Well, it's really quite a product. It's a strange thing. It's for about $30. You get this little container, and you mix it with a gallon of water, and you spray it on the sedge, and it's the only thing that really works on it. And the good news is that you can spray the sedgehammer in the rose bed, or just like you can the grass be gone or the ornament into the other products. It does not. It doesn't hurt the lawn. Doesn't hurt. Any of the other, but boy, it's effective in terms of in a couple of weeks. It has dealt with the product, dealt with the weeds, and it kills the roots too. That's available here at Milberger's and very easy to use. It's got some strange. It's a strange thing to use because of that. It has you mix the whole container, the 1 gallon, and then it says do not store it, and of course it's a pesticide, so the label is the law, and so if you're going to use especially herbicides, I'll take that back because the insecticides are just have to follow the rules too, but. Those products are very effective. The Ornamec and the Grass Be Gone, Post Fusillade for weeds like Bermuda grass and grassy weeds, and then the Sedgehammer for controlling the gosh, I don't know. My old age is catching up to me. What is
which one?
What are the weeds that we control with sedgehammer?
Nutsedge. Yeah. And I said nutgrass earlier, but it's not grass. It's a sedge, which makes it immune to a lot of chemicals that we normally would use on weeds.
And
that's part of the problem.
Yeah, and so with the nutsedge. One of the problems with it is that you can pull the tops out, but it leaves the nutlets in the ground, and they re-sprout. But
even if you think you're getting the nutlets, you're not getting all of them.
Yeah. So try if you've never used the sedgehammer, give it a try. If you've got a rose bed or a ornamental bed that has loaded with the nutsedge, give it a try, and you'll be real happy with it. Follow the label instructions closely. Very simple instructions, very easy to use.
Now I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Oh, I know. So to the caller, I had mentioned gardenstylesa.com. Now, I helped write this page with Dana Nichols and Brad Weir and a whole bunch of other experts out there, and it's very good because we used to write, or we still do, articles internet articles every Tuesday, and we archive all those. And Nathan Riggs, a manager at SAWS Conservation, he's also an excellent entomologist. And there are 2 products that we use. We use a orange oil and vinegar for an herbicide, and then orange oil and water for a fire ant control. So orange oil to a gallon of water, 3 ounces. Remember, it's 2 ounces for the herbicide. This is 3 ounces. And 2 ounces of Blue Dawn. For some unknown reason, Blue Dawn is the best to kill fire ants. And you can use this, and this is an organic treatment to kill fire ant mounds.
All right. Oh,
and it's effective, huh?
It's very effective. I'm not saying it's going to kill the queen, but it will kill a large portion of the fire ants.
All right. And staying on the topic of vinegar, 210-308-8867. We have Robert on the line. Robert,
Hey, Robert.
Good to hear from you.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Just want to comment on the vinegar orange oil mix. What I currently use, I buy 75% vinegar, dilute it to 25%, and the orange oil, it's just less expensive that way. Mm-hmm. And I actually use a surfactant as opposed to the Dawn, but that's okay. What I did for a number of years, and this works better, say, over 90 degrees, the hotter it is, the more effective that product is.
Absolutely.
Not trying to steer people away from Milbergers, but 9% canning vinegar in the heat of the summer works just as effective as 20, 25, 30% vinegar. It doesn't do a lot in the winter and the cool months, but when it's 90 to 100 degrees outside, 9% vinegar works great.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And the other thing I'm trying that mixture on nutsedge in a garden bed because I don't want to use sedge hammer on the garden bed with a soil drench of liquid molasses to see. I'm just anecdotally online, organically, they said that has some anecdotal evidence of working. So I thought doing both the soil drench and then treating the green of the nutsedge with the orange oil mix, maybe it may work. I'll let you know.
How do you spray it? What mechanism do you spray with? Just a backpack sprayer?
No, I'm using a handheld, just a little 1-quart pump sprayer on the nutsedge. It popped up in a bed that I used for onions. It still has probably a third of the onions in it, but I can cover them when I spray. The liquid molasses is soil drench. I'm just dumping it a quarter cup to gallon. Don't know if it will work. I just was looking for because I don't mind using sedge hammer. I got some nutsedge along the side of the house. That's great. But in a working garden bed, I'm not going to put sedge hammer. I'm not going to spray that where I've got plants growing to eat.
Yeah,
But,
and I was going to mention the molasses as well as an alternative. I don't have a whole lot of experience with it. So hopefully when you work on it and then call us back on the radio and tell us how it worked for you.
I will do that. Let's talk about onions real quick. The white onion, the Texas, I don't remember the variety. I got the onion sets from y'all. About 90% of my white onions bolted early, which I assume we had a pretty warm early spring.
Huh. Was it 10-15?
No, it wasn't a 10-15. Is there a white granix or is that a yellow? It's one of the white onions. But what's odd is those that bolted, a lot of times once they bolted and flowered, that will rot inside the onion. And as time goes by, even though you dry them properly, as time goes by, that rotten piece will infect the rest of the onion. I hung these on a rack in my greenhouse, which gets to about 110 degrees because there's nothing else in there right now, with a big power fan on it. And every one of these onions that I've cut into, that inside moist seed is 100% dried and has not affected the rest of the onion at all. And these started bolting 6 weeks ago. So I don't know why they bolted early. I grew
1015s and Red Creole. That's the two selections, and I had didn't have any problem with them bolting.
Okay.
So
and my yellow granics didn't bolt at all. I've got some of those that are big as a saucepan right now.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So
I will keep. I'm going to try that. I'm going to.
Maybe the white onions some of them are a little more sensitive, and of course they're all day length sensitive. So, but that's
yeah. That's the only thing I can remember when we had them in the bins, and I was looking at all the different ones. They had the day lengths on them, and the days to ripening. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't write them all down. So I just kind of glanced at them, and I noticed that some were significantly shorter than the others.
Correct. Well,
so that particular selection,
that
particular selection may have been maturing early and bolting early. I don't know.
Yeah, a couple of them have stayed. Yeah, a couple of them are as big as the yellow onions. Well, I'm one of those 64-year-old. My mind's like a trap. I'm going to remember everything until I need to recall it. So then I don't have a clue. Yeah. So, all right, guys, you all have a great day. I'll keep you posted on the Monday.
Yes,
will do. Thanks for the info.
Thank you so much, Robert. 210-308-8867. We're going to take one more break for today. You still have some time to come down to Milberger's. Get yourself a pair of tickets to Festival of Flowers happening next Saturday, May 30th. Come on by. Still got a couple minutes in our show left. Get yourself a pair of free tickets. We'll be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Still got about 15 minutes left in our show for today. Give us a call. 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. And again, still giving away tickets for these last 10-15 minutes of the show to Festival of Flowers next Saturday, May 30th. It is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Again, tickets are for free here. Regularly, it's $10 to get in. Children under 10 years get in for free, and parking is free as well. And you can get in for free if you come on by to the patio. People walking around Milberger's right now, if you're listening, you still have some time to get yourself some tickets. So come on down. And we still have a little bit of time. So again, give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867.
All right, we want to spread that guilt like peanut butter on a piece of bread.
That's true.
You don't want to be the only one in your block. You don't want to be the only one in your church that has never been to Festival of Flowers. So you still have time. Race on over here. Okay, well, go obey the speed limit.
Mark will be here waiting for you. Is that right, Alex?
That's right.
Obey the speed limits. Okay, but you still have time.
It's a wonderful event, and it's a lot of fun. And it's an opportunity to learn a lot. Bring your kids or grandkids with. They'll love it. They'll love it. Lots of lectures, lots of displays, and folks always have bring their dogs along, and
so it's pet friendly. It's a pet friendly event. Okay, well, I think that's important.
I better be careful. I didn't.
You didn't clear that with Brunella, so you better. I think it is.
Used to be.
Yeah. Well, if you want to find out, there's more information at their website, festivalflowersanantonio.com, or their number is 210-240-1745.
I guess not. We have such a pet-friendly place here that I just take it for granted. Every place is the same, but
yeah, they have a lot going on. Next Saturday, there's the homegrown vegetable contest. Homegrown vegetable contest. The herb kitchen samples, plant exchange, expert seminars, like you said, the kids garden zone, and a farmer's market going on next Saturday. And it is all day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., so plenty of time to pretty much hit everything they have going on there.
Now, David Rodriguez, the county extension horticulturalist, is really promoting this vegetable. What is it? What is he calling it?
The homegrown vegetable contest.
Homegrown vegetable contest, and they're hoping that this will be every year, and they can expand it as well. So make sure when you go. Not if you go. When you go to the Festival of Flowers, make sure you check that out and find more information about it. So David, sat down and chatted with me. It's going to be on, going to be on the big main stage. All the contestants will have their produce on the main stage and be showing all the winners on that. So, and then you can get some more information on how to participate. I don't have that with me, but David does. So look for this gentleman.
They'll have to do it early. They'll have to do it fast.
Yeah. So, call the Bear County AgriLife Extension.
Can they go? How about their website? Does the website got the information?
Yes, it does. Because they do want to expand this. There's a fly bothering me. Throughout the county and maybe several counties involved. But I do want to encourage everybody to go check it out and then maybe participate in the future.
Mm-hmm. And it is worth it to do a vegetable garden. Get access to the column that's in the Express News on Saturday. We talk about all the vegetables that we're harvesting right now, the gardeners are in the area. And we're talking about some of the issues, some of the things that you can still be, what you can be planting. So each year you can get a little more effective at it. And the extension service that Mark mentioned here, and David Rodriguez and his team, they've got that new teaching garden area.
Yeah.
So gosh, a lot of opportunities. Plus, David gives some presentations here at Milberger's on vegetable gardening too. So you can learn a lot by attending those classes. And it's a worthy cause because it is helps doing, if you grow some vegetables, it helps in terms of a healthy diet, and it's a lot of fun and a good activity. And the kids for years here in the San Antonio area, we've been participating. The youth have been participating in the gardening, and the kids learn a lot, and ends up contributing to their success in school, and also contributing to their success with their diet and their health. So get involved in that and bring your kids along. It's worth the investment of the time, and helping the kids get access to all that information.
Yes, gardening can be fun and healthy. We used to say that all the time. Gardening can be fun.
Who said that?
No, we used to say that it's promotional.
Oh.
Well, we didn't really want to tell everybody that it's hard work.
Hi.
Gardening can be
there,
fun.
ma'am.
Oh, we have another contestant.
Oh, no contestant. Oh, she's talking about the Blackfoot
daisy. Okay.
All right. Oh,
I'm sorry.
One second, ma'am. Was she looking for some? Or
Yeah.
She wants to,
the location, or where they're located at?
Blackfoot daisies. Do you want?
We're trying to locate where the Blackfoot daisies are at and find some stuff. All righty.
Mary, you see that lovely
We're directing
young woman
her.
with the gray shirt and the floppy hat right around the corner? Oh, she's talking to
Got about maybe 6 minutes left in our show. 210-308-8867.
Do you go to the Festival of Flowers?
Oh, we got another person getting some free tickets.
I told you she had that look in her eye.
Absolutely, she was
wanted
making a
those free
beeline.
tickets.
Yes. So, ma'am, we can just fill out this lovely information. There we go. Again, we still have a couple minutes in our show. If you're listening, walking around Milberger's, come on by. We still have plenty of tickets to give out. We don't want these to go to waste, and you don't want to miss out on a great event happening next Saturday. As Mark has said throughout today, don't be the only person on your block or the only person in your church not going to Festival of Flowers, Saturday, May 30th.
Well, okay.
We did not.
You look at me like, oh, dead air. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, we kind of forgot about the Spurs. We're still
no, we're not
thinking
talking about
Festival
them.
of Flowers.
That's
and
true.
Spurs to play again tonight.
They sure
Hopefully
do.
they can
even the league.
Mary.
Oh, we're getting Mary's attention right now to find the, what is it called again? The Blackfoot Daisies. All right, Mark is on the pursuit, trying to find out where those are at. So what is it about these Blackfoot Daisies? What makes them so, I guess, appealing? Or
Well, I don't have the same appreciation for them that some gardeners do. But they're tough. They're tough. They're drought tolerant, and so relatively easy to grow.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not a disciplined grower. I always think of them more of like a wildflower. But once they're in your landscape, they do well, and the pollinators, the butterflies love them. Wildlife love them.
Which one is this?
Blackfoot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We Mary said that we don't have any at the moment, but it's a great addition to your landscape.
Mm-hmm.
It the one way to really kill it is water it.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't need to water it at all? Or?
Nope. Oh, well, you have to. Sorry, not got to. We have to water it initially to get it established.
Right.
But then it can survive on natural rainfall.
However sparing that may be. However sparing that rainfall may be.
You may have to add some more water during the summer. But in a lot of places, people have asked me, why are all my Blackfoot daisy dying? And then I ask them, well, how often do you turn your in-ground irrigation on? Oh, once or twice a week. Well, there you go. Maybe once a month. That's when you turn it on.
If you got decent soil, you don't. Once they're established, you really don't have to water them. So, all right. What else is news?
I told you that fly.
I know that fly. I guess any previews for next weekend, Calvin? What your article is going to be about?
Let's see. I think we're going to talk about some special tasks in the garden. We had a gardener that brought up the one of the most toxic of the weeds, and she wanted to know what we need to do to control it. So we'll be talking about that. It's also as much as beautiful as the snapdragons have been. We're kind of at the end of the season on the snapdragons, so it'll be talk about that too, and then we'll get into more about the controlling the Bermuda grass in the garden, in the shrub border, and in the lawn, in
I'm starting to have
flower
it
garden,
in the flower beds.
Yeah,
it's becoming a problem.
Not in the not in the vegetable garden. And we'll emphasize that you gotta study the label. If you're going to use a pesticide, you need to study the label, and you need to follow the instructions on the label, because the label is law. It's the only way the most effective way to use them, and the safest way to use the pesticides. So that's what we'll talk about in the article quite a bit.
Sounds exciting. Well, that about does it for us today for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. I want to thank everybody for their calls today and everybody who came up to get their free tickets to the Festival of Flowers. Again, Festival of Flowers next Saturday, May 30th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Appreciate everybody for listening. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next Saturday. Alex Escobar, Dr. Calvin Finch, and Mark Peterson with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.